Good evening, everyone. You're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali, and I'll be taking you to top news across Canada.
Police looking for suspect who allegedly followed two teen girls onto the TTC bus. Man arrested after police release video of violent purse snatching at Broadview station. Remain vigilant, Ontario's top doctor says province could see rise of COVID-19 subvariant Kraken. Group of teens arrested after passenger shot with BB-style firearm on Toronto subway. Alleged airline ticket scam worth $500,000 leads to arrest of Ontario man. Two people charged in fatal November collision in Scarborough. About 170,000 drivers still using defective blue license plates in Ontario.
Those were the headlines, and now let's look into the details.
Two people have been charged in connection with the collision in Scarborough last November that left a 19-year-old man dead. The crash occurred on Steeles Avenue East near Sewell's Road in the early morning hours of November 23rd. Police said a 2017 black Jaguar F-Pace was traveling west when the driver lost control and struck a ditch. The vehicle rolled over several times, resulting in one of the passengers, a 19-year-old man, being ejected. Police said he was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver, a 20-year-old man, and another passenger, second 19-year-old man, were taken to hospital with minor injuries. 3 years ago, the Ontario government said it would stop issuing new blue-colored license plates due to safety concerns. But as of January 2023, there are still about 170,000 of those license plates on the road. The A Place to Grow plates were first introduced in 2019, with government claiming the redesign reflected a renewed government promise to put people first in everything it does. Officials said the product would last longer as a result of high-definition sheeting and that they represented what good government is all about. But soon after their launch, people began to report issues with the new plates. Primarily, drivers noticed they were difficult to read at night. After first defending the new plates, the government eventually decided to stop issuing them in February 2020. The following month, the idea of moving forward with the replacement plate was also ditched. After thorough testing by law enforcement and other stakeholders, we are following their advice and will not be moving forward with the new plate for passenger vehicle use. A statement released by Premier's office in May 2020 read, "Drivers with the defective plates were also told they could voluntarily exchange them for an original white, yours to discover license plate, but it appears the majority of drivers who received the faulty product have not done so." On Wednesday, officials said that about 193,000 blue license plates had been issued to drivers prior to that date. Of those, about 170,000 remain in circulation today. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Public and Business Service Delivery told CTV News that drivers have been receiving the white plates when they register a new vehicle. However, the spokesperson also said the blue plates continue to be valid under further notice. CTV News Toronto has asked if there is a plan to make the switch mandatory for drivers but received the same response. Blue license plates continue to be valid under further notice. In previous years, the government has said the pandemic has taken much of their efforts away from the file. Brian Patterson, CEO of the Ontario Safety League, says that while he is sure it's not on the ministry's to-do list, it shouldn't be difficult to send those 170,000 drivers a letter asking them to make the exchange. "I don't know how many plate replacements they do in a year normally, but I think this will be completely doable," he said. "I think there's just been lots on the agenda for the last couple of years, but I would like to see certainly a detailed plan as we go into the summer." He said the worries the people who using the reflective plates may think it's a get out of a jail free card. "I think that's a concern of the police, that somebody can't accurately report an impaired driver because they can't provide the license plate information at a safe distance." Toronto police are looking for a man who allegedly followed two teenage girls on a TTC bus and made inappropriate comments to them. On Monday at around 8 a.m., police say the suspect was waiting at the bus bay area of Wilson Station located at Wilson Avenue and Allen Road. Officers say he approached two teenage girls who were waiting for a bus and allegedly made inappropriate comments to them. The man followed them into the bus as they tried to get away from him, police say. Police say the two girls were concerned for their personal safety and asked someone for help. The man was eventually escorted off the bus by the TTC driver and another passenger. Police described the suspect as being 35 to 45 years old with a heavy build and a mustache. At the time of the incident, he was wearing a black jacket, black winter hat, green sweater, and black winter boots, and was seen carrying a red Bible. 4 teenagers have been apprehended after a passenger on a Toronto subway car was shot at using a BB gun on Thursday, police say. Police said they received reports that a group of teens was armed with a BB-style firearm at York University subway station and that a female passenger had been shot at just before 12 p.m. Shortly after, police said they had apprehended 4 individuals and recovered 2 BB guns. The 4 individuals comprised of one 16-year-old male, 2 15-year-old males, and one 15-year-old female have each been charged with possessing a dangerous weapon, police said. They have been taken to TPS 31 Division for further investigation, Inspector Salim Hussain told CP24. No one was injured and investigation remains ongoing. At this time, police say there doesn't appear to be a link between Thursday's incident and an incident on Saturday in which a TTC employee was shot at with a BB gun, and that the attack appears to have been unprovoked. A Vaughan, Ontario man has been charged and a warrant has been issued for a Brampton woman after 2 people allegedly sold $500,000 worth of fraudulently issued plane tickets. According to Peel Police, between June and December 2021, 2 suspects allegedly misrepresented themselves as employees of travel agencies based out of the United Kingdom to secure access to an online banking portal belonging to a major European airline. Police allege the 2 people fraudulently sold valid plane tickets to unsuspecting customers while collecting the payments for themselves. More than 250 airline tickets were sold at a total value of approximately $500,000, police allege. The majority of the customers who purchased the tickets were from the Calgary area, and the flights were primarily to Africa, Peel Police said in a news release Thursday. Adibuwal Adiatu, 32, was arrested and charged with fraud over $5,000, conspiracy to commit an indictable offense and possession of property obtained by crime. An arrest warrant has been issued for a 44-year-old woman from Brampton for 6 charges, including fraud over $5,000. A Toronto man has been arrested in connection with a violent purse snatching that sent a victim flying down a set of stairs at Broadview subway station on Monday. The arrest comes after police released video footage of the incident, which happened just before 7 p.m. on January 23rd. According to police, the suspect approached an adult female victim after she entered the station. Police said the suspect grabbed the woman's purse, causing her to fall down a flight of stairs. In the video, the victim can be seen sailing across the floor after crashing down the stairs, some of her belongings scattering across the ground. The suspect then flees with her purse as she is left to gather herself. McKinley Manalang, 44, has been charged with the robbery, failure to comply with judicial release, and failure to comply with a probation order. The accused attended the college bar courts located at 444 Yonge Street today. The robbery is just one of the many of recent incidents of violence to occur on TTC property. This week alone, a woman was stabbed and left with life-altering injuries on a downtown streetcar, and a 16-year-old boy was stabbed on a bus. These incidents and others prompted Mayor John Tory alongside Police Chief Marion Demke to hold a news conference Thursday afternoon and address the issue of violence on public transit. In a Demke announced that Toronto Police will be rolling out an increased presence across the TTC with 80 police officers deployed on the transit network daily, which Demke says will focus on reducing victimization, preventing crimes of opportunity, and enhancing public safety. Ontario's top doctor is urging residents to remain vigilant as some regions see a rise of the Kraken subvariant of COVID-19. In a statement issued Thursday morning, Dr. Kiran Moore said, "The highly transmissible XBB variant is not associated with the change in the severity of illness, but due to its increased transmissibility, more individuals may get infected as it becomes the main variant in Ontario," he said. This is the first time the Chief Medical Officer of Health has addressed the new subvariant, which the World Health Organization says is a sublineage of Omicron. "I continue to strongly recommend that everyone stays up to date with their vaccinations, as it remains our best defense against COVID-19 and its variants, especially for those at risk of severe infection and for anyone who has not received a booster or been infected in the past 6 months." Dr. Fahaz Razak, an internist at St. Michael's Hospital and former head of the province's science table, has said it's likely XXB will become the dominant strain of COVID-19 in Ontario. The last COVID-19 genomic surveillance report from Public Health Ontario noted the XBB subvariant was expected to account for 22.2% of COVID-19 cases by January 25th. At the same time, more indicated overall respiratory virus trends, which includes influenza and respiratory syncytial virus, are continuing to decline after a peak in November. More advised Ontarians to stay home when they feel sick, to wash their hands often, and to wear masks in crowded indoor public spaces.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.